Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 4 minutes. Real quick, for those of you that are maybe new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that this is a situation where I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time, as opposed to having already recorded everything, and now I'm coming back and doing a trade recap or some sort of post commentary, a voiceover, nothing like that. I am recording, I am seeing this stuff for the first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw emotions, raw reactions, you will get that here. But to honor your time, if you are seeking out a nicely edited video, a nicely scripted video, you're not going to get that here. But if you just want a nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you will get that with this video. I'll be watching ticker symbol QS out of the opening gates, getting beat up quite a bit here, down 10% right now. So I'm going to be very bearish biased. So I'll be looking to make money thinking that the price will go down. So that is known as shorting. So as a beginner, I get it. It's a bizarre thing to hear. Wait, what? You can make money if a stock goes down? Yes, you can. That's called shorting a stock, being a short. So that's the strategy that I'll be looking to potentially use here. So we'll see what happens with it. Market opens up in about 3 minutes, but I'll go ahead and pause and see you back at the open. All right, what I am going to do here though, just so, and I'll explain, but I do offer a private community at the chat, or I do offer a private chat room at my site, claytrader.com. So this is what you're looking at here. So just because a lot of people are always asking, hey, Clay, how does it work? So you can see that here, but also just want to get my thoughts documented. But 3650 key flush point area on the open. So I will definitely be watching 3650 here. I don't have a position right now, so it's not like I'm getting into the trade and then making their alert or anything like that. But that way members have the same idea. Now, does that mean they have to take that trade? No, absolutely not. I mean, it's not a bunch of sheep. I'm just throwing my thought out there, but it's still up to every member to independently think, I don't know, does that fit my strategy? Do I agree with Clay? So that's all how, the chat room works. But I'm just throwing out the key number, and it's up to them, like I said, how people want to play it. But 3650 is definitely the level that I am curious about. Market opens up in less than 1 minute, so I'll go ahead and pause for now. Now, if I do take the trade within that first minute, it's going to need to be more of a scalp just because the first minute can be very, very volatile. But I'd ideally like to see the price get up through 37 a bit and then come back down to that area. But market's going to be opening up here any second. Markets are open. So let's see what this one wants to do here. I'm going to work through some of the imbalance here. So watching 3650 still. Well, not really the volatility I thought it would be. I think it'll still open up. I mean, I think it'll start to get volatile, but as of now, yeah, it's just stuck right here. I'm going to watch it closely. Oh, 37. I guess I still have a chance though. I had 3750 typed in. It's 3650 and I missed it. You got to be kidding me. That is, and why don't one of you tell me? What happened was I had 3750 typed in right here instead of 3650. Well, did I type it? Oh yeah, I typed it in the chat room fine too. 3650. Well, okay, well, mRNA. No need to cry over spilled milk. Let's. Although nothing I can really do with this right now, just straight down. So that's essentially chasing for the time being. Take a look at coin. 345. I mean, this is a very fast mover. $345 up to. Yeah, wow, that's a big mover for sure. keep QS open just in case. Yeah, wow. Look at it go. Well, congratulations to members. For anybody that did take that trade, beautiful. Now down 50 cents per share and maybe even more if 36 breaks. But so I guess the learning lesson there is always double check. Always double check your orders. Tesla does look pretty interesting. Right at, what is that, 741. Double checking, yeah, 741. I definitely have the order in. Okay, actually mRNA is finally did bounce, so it would no longer be chasing. So let's take a look at, yeah, 156. Okay, in there at 156. Let's see if we can get some movement to the downside here. If this can break down through, yeah, 155.25, that'd be great. A little bit of a bounce here. Well, that's not good. Let's see if it wants to come back down. Got to remember, it is a pretty jumpy one, so you got to give these things wiggle room. So the question becomes, do I want to actually add some more at 155.75? I do, actually. So I will add to the position at 155.75. So adding to a winner. But it's first got to become a winner. It would just be a slight winner because it'd be just a little bit below. But like I said, if this thing wants to come back down, yeah, well, I got myself into a choppy one here. Well, I'm going to have to stop out of this one soon. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. I don't want to get shooken out here, but this comes down to 156.25. I'm going to add. I don't know, maybe this is a legitimate bounce. Want to give it a little bit more wiggle room here. All right, all out there, $1,000 loss. Bummer. That one was looking so good too. Glad I got it where I did though. Now look at it go. All right, well, not an ideal way to start off the day at all, but yeah, I had to just honor that one because if that thing keeps going up, that could get really, really rough. Now all of a sudden QS is turning itself around. Well, more than likely going to be a red day. Now it's just a matter of needing to just keep things, just try to make the hole a little bit smaller. 37.50 does look interesting though. Hey, now this time it's 37.50. So let's see if 37.50 wants to come into play here. But like I said, if this is a legitimately strong bounce, then so be it. And wow, mRNA just keeps on working upwards. Whew, glad I took that loss where I did. Again, watching 37.50 here. Actually, if 37.75 is broken, I think that'll be good enough for me. In there at 37.78. See if we can get this thing to roll over a little bit here. Yeah, what is that? Yeah. Yeah, 65-ish, right around there. Added some more up there at 38.10. What is that right there? 37.70. Okay, pulled out some at 37.80. But then once again bounced. It does not want to give up this area down here around the 37.70s. See if it wants to give it another go. See, 37.80s still trying to. There we go. Took out 300 more. Still have 500 left. I'm going to take out those just because I don't know. Does this thing want to get going or not? See if we can get down below 37.50 now. Look at that big size there. I'm going to take off 50 more just in case. Still have 150 shares left. Nice. There we go. Okay. Wow, and that fast turned around, huh? Still have 100 shares left, but I don't know. I think that might have been it. So I'll just take the $200 and move on. And just to show you what happened with, yeah, now you can see it's bouncing back up, but just to show you what happened with mRNA, look at that thing, all the way up to, yeah, 159. So that could have been extremely painful. So I'm now down 850 on the day. Like I said, I'm not planning on getting back to green. I mean, I suppose it could happen, but that's definitely not my game plan. I got to go out there and take a bunch of crazy trades. Tesla, yeah, and yeah, watching QS off screen, just being stubborn and actually still bouncing. So I'm glad I got out where I did. 345 coming back into play. Good timing. I remember talking about that earlier on Coin. Whether or not it wants to actually get up there, though, that's the... I will get that alerted, though. Coin, 345. Upside, break point. Whew. And mRNA. Little miniature pullback, now working on getting up through 160. Yikes. Actually, more so 344. I'm going to watch 344 here. Just 50 shares since this is such a big mover. I'm still watching Tesla 2 off screen. mRNA, wow. Just put to highs. Over working on getting up to 161 now. And I got out at what? 150. Oh, man. So that's another $3. That's another $1,500 I could have been added on to my $1,000. So watching 344 in there at 344. Let's see if we can get some momentum up through there. Definitely a very jumpy one. So I have bought. Let's see if we can get up through 345. So took out 25 there. Yeah, come on, get up there. All right, whatever. I'm moving on. Let's go look at mRNA. Look at this thing. Wow. If that's not a lesson in risk management, I don't know what is. Woohoo! And this was such a good setup when I took it. The setup I took, I would take that over and over again. I mean, that was a good setup. It just didn't work out, and this goes to show that sometimes good setups just don't work. And if you let them hold and hope, wow, it can get sketchy. And yeah, coin looking off screen, now back down to $340. So yeah, just struggling, I suppose. Right there, you can see coin down to 339 now. So glad I got out where I did. The level 2s, which again, over here is a tool you need to learn, because that's what's telling me that something just wasn't quite right. So I'm glad I got out where I did, but Tesla coming down here. I wonder how it's going to behave right here at, what is that, 729.75-ish. I would love to short right here, but that's totally chasing at this point. What's going on with PLBY? There we go. Tesla bouncing just right where you thought it. Yeah, right there. Went a little bit below, but I think we can all agree right in that general vicinity. And QS is going again, huh? I will gladly. Let's do this. 500. 39.55. So let's see if it wants to come up to me this time instead of me hitting the bid. Now, I want more than 500 shares, but this would allow me to get my feet wet. So we'll see if the price can get up there or not. Although that's a super interesting area at 38. If 38 wants to come back into play. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now. Do like 38.50 here. So I'm in there at 38.50. Looking for this thing to pull back a bit more here. Key break's definitely going to be 38.50. Can it break down through there? Oh, I actually got in at 38.59. I didn't realize that. All right, I got a better entry point than I thought. So in at 38.59. Actually, might look to add. Again, if it comes back down to that area. That'd be a very interesting looking chart at that point. So yeah, 38.50. Let's see if 38.50ish can come back into play here. What is that? 38.85. In there at 38.87 for 300 more shares. Let's see if we can get a move down here. Yeah, what is that low? Yeah, 38.50. That's basically the line in the sand. There we go. That was a weak break. So still have 200 shares left. But this one's pretty tricky. It's breaking down, it flushes, and then it just kind of stops. There we go. Still have 100 shares left. Can we get down to 38? Or better yet, below. Take out another 25 there. Let's see if this does want to get down there or not. This one definitely moves very goofy. There's no doubt about that. All right, all out of that one. So now I don't know. I added another 100 something to it. So I'll take it. What is mRNA doing? Still just working on getting up to 163 now. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Let's see what else I can find. And mRNA officially just went up over 163. Absolutely crazy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get short here again at 38. 23. Got it, my fill. This one is looking very rough right now on the 5-minute. So I think this thing wants to at least get slightly below 38, if not just a full-blown breakdown below 38. So trying to anticipate that a little bit here. So let's see if it wants to. We're at 38. Wow, look at that size. Took out another 100 shares just because that's a lot of size. Not sure if it's going to be able to break through it or not, and it did. Excellent. Excellent. Still have 250 shares left. Still have 150 shares left. It's kind of hesitating a little bit, but going to give it a chance to make a move down at least 60. Ooh. Still have 50 shares left. See if we can get down. I don't know, maybe that's all she wrote. All right, I'm going to take that out. So again, QS is helping me out. Took another trade on it. And Tesla, I think I'm a little late on that. Yep, a little late on that one. All right, well, down 537 now. And yeah, let me see what else is out there. Watching 726.50 here on Tesla. In there. See if we can get a push down to 726. Kind of sitting right there. We go. What in the world? 25 shares left. I thought we were good. I thought we were headed right down to 725. Now all of a sudden I'm looking and it's basically 727. So all right, took out a quick. Not even $50. Wow. Oh, like I said, I thought we were headed down to 725 on that one push, and then all of a sudden, before I knew it, we were up at 727, and there it goes. Kind of. All right, well, what am I now down 490? So not even down $500 now. So I've cut back half of that loss. And again, think about it. I'm not doing anything crazy. It's not like I'm like, okay, full account into Tesla on that trade because I got to try to get it all back in one trade. Nope. All I'm doing is just mindset of, hey, you know what? It's going to be a losing day, going to be a red day. Let's just chip away at things. And now by just with that mentality, by chipping away, I've now cut my loss down by half, which is, I mean, $490 being down right now. I've had plenty of days where I'm up well over $500. So by no means at this point has that day wiped away multiple days or multiple weeks or anything like that. I mean, it's now down to a single day has taken care of, and that assumes that I'm totally done. I might look for a couple more trades if there's some other good no-brainer setups out there. But yeah, good to know that I'm back down below 500. But let's see what else I can find. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. It's actually 12:30 right now. I had a podcast that I had to record. So quick plug there. If you're not familiar, I do offer a free podcast, the Stock Trading Reality Podcast. It's on iTunes, Spotify, any podcast player. So you can look that up. Just interview members from the community. So it's just ideas. Hey, let's just talk to real normal people about their trading journey. So you can go check that out if you want. Like I said, just getting back from that. I did make a couple of quick little trades, nothing big at all, but now down $461 on the day. So with commissions, I don't know, let's call it 475-ish. So 475, it is a losing day, and this is the massive, if there's one thing that actually is going to matter through all this, let me actually just get it set up first. So let me pause. So what matters, like I said, the most is mRNA. And this trade, not because that's the one I took the loss on, but let's say, and let me go back on this real quick. I might do a whole separate video on this because this is such a great example. But I got out, let's see, 158.10. Okay, that's where I got out, which was the $1,000 loss. Let's just say I had gotten totally stubborn. Look how far that ended up going. Basically $163.50, but just to keep the math easy, $163. That means that I could have had, because for every dollar it moved against me, that was a $500 loss. So if you have put in $5 more, that's another $2,500 that I could have had on top of my $1,000 loss. So imagine here if, I had said, okay, no, I'm going to hold. Nope, I'm going to hold. No, I'm going to hold. And then, think about that. $1,000 loss versus $3,500. That's crazy. That's a huge difference. And that is a difference between me now having a very just whatever type of losing day. Again, I've had plenty of days where I make well over $500. So for this losing day to be at 475-ish with commissions, I don't want to come across like I'm greedy or not grateful or anything like that, but that's not really a big deal at all things considered, when I wouldn't be shocked at all if tomorrow I go and make over $500 and there we go. This day has been totally taken care of. But that would be a much different situation had I lost and had I let that balloon to 3,500. Heck, let's just call it 2,500. 3,000, 2,000. That's a much bigger hole to obviously have to dig out of. But how did I prevent that from happening? Why was mRNA my best trade? Because I just took the loss where I needed to take it. Had I gotten fancy, had I gotten stubborn, that thing just kept grinding higher and higher and higher. And that could have and would have been a very, very painful trade. And that hole would have been much larger than $1,000, or actually $1,050 to be exact, that I would have had to, and like I said, not even try to climb out of. So that's the second part, is my mindset. You heard me say it. Hey, at this point, this is it's not going to be a green day, right? I suppose it could be, but probably not, because my goal here is not to go out there and start swinging, and taking massive trades and trying to, hit a home run so I can get back to green. No, it's going to be a losing day. But let's just see if I can chip away at things. Let's see what I can do in regards to that hole. And yeah, I cut the hole by, over 50%, and more than happy with that. So today I feel great. It's a weird day, but I think it's because I'd feel terrible had I gotten stopped out. And I've been there. Had I gotten stopped out and then the thing just went right back in my favor, I'd be so frustrated. Like, I should have held, right? But in this situation, I feel great because had I not managed the risk, that would have gotten painful. And I want you to remember that is, many cases you'll get out and then the trade goes in your favor and you can play the game of I should have held. And you should have held. And in many cases, you should probably hold because it'll probably eventually go in your favor. However, all it takes is one or two trades like this. And that is going to, I'm not going to say, wreck your entire account, but that's going to put a punch to your account, right? That's not going to be a pleasant experience at all. And that's what you need to avoid as traders, is you don't want to be putting yourself into those sorts of situations. But this is one that I traded earlier. Volume is so pathetically low though right now on it. Let me try 35.50. Just would be a quick scalp. So 35.50. Come on. I think I can do better now. Let's try 35.01. All right, I'm going to pause, and maybe I'll capture some little trade here, but I'll pause and let's see if this thing wants to come down to 35. All right, never mind on it. I am officially going to wrap things up here. But before I go, if you're still here right now, as far as I'm concerned, we're friends. I mean, this is over 30 minutes. So if you are still here right now, seriously, thank you so much for hanging out with me for this long. Hopefully, it was worth it in terms of kind of these valuable learning lessons here. But before I do go, please, help me out here in the regards of, are these videos worth my time? Are they worth the effort to do? Because they are very difficult, because they are truly live. So I have to talk to you. I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to think about my own trades. I have to actually execute my own trades. I have to make alerts in the chat room. I have to type. There's a lot going on. So they're totally possible, but they're not the easiest to do. And I will keep doing them as long as I know that there's interest, as long as I know that you enjoy them. And the quick, easy way to communicate that to me, two things. Hit that like button and then leave a basic comment. It could be a thumbs up emoji. It could be a smiley face emoji. But those two things communicate to me, yes, Clay, they are worth your time. They are worth your effort. So please keep doing them. And like I said, as long as I know that that is the case, then I have no problem at all continuing to do them. So do those two things. Hit the like button, leave a very basic comment, even if it's just a sunshine emoji. And that is what I want. And that is what I need to help me gauge whether or not, I should continue to do these live trade videos. But yeah, get out there, manage risk, honor those stop losses, because you never know when you could, by taking that smaller loss, could be preventing and saving yourself from a much bigger loss, which would have been the case here. So thanks for hanging out. And like I said, if you're still here right now, then we are officially friends. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me
unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.